Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield. I am a professional dancer, professional dance choreographer, and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States. And we are going to be taking a look at some excerpts from the first episode of Street Dance Girl Fighter Season 1. I've been doing a full episode reaction on Patreon with having excerpts from the show released onto YouTube. So if you're wanting to see my full context opinion about some challenges or some of the auditions, I do have a lot of that is on Patreon exclusively, but this is the intro for YouTube specifically with what you're seeing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out.
어머 창의적이야.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, got a hat off. Good mashup. Oh, close call on that one. Yeah. Ugh, okay, so bringing it back here. Almost forgot to pause and talk about it. Okay, so bringing it back. Oh, goodness. There we go. It's gonna work. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so from the top of this, I can agree. I don't know if I would push the button for them for myself because it did have a little bit of some cleanliness issues, if that makes sense. But also, I don't know how many. I mean, when you think about it, I know there's like a certain minimum that our groups have to have, right? So I feel like cleanliness or those types of things can be refined. But also, remember, if a choreo is going to be like, this is us at our best, and it's not as clean and efficient as it needs to be for the type of turnaround time, because you have to factor that into, that can be a make it or break it. Like, your routine does need to be pretty clean in a show like this, especially when the caliber of what has gone before you also demonstrates and sets that example as well. So, let me see here. I love this beginning. Very creative, super fun. It matches the aesthetic with the peel outs with everybody. And then they chose to peel it out with like a, not an add-on, like a reverse add-on where everybody's peeling out and then they freeze as somebody peels out in the front. That was really nice. Yeah, so the energy is really great, but some of them are not displaying the same level of energy as they could be, and that's probably one of the disconnects too that I feel like a lot of the mentors may be feeling, because remember, I'm getting like a cut version, they're getting an uncut version, so that's, you know, how they're hitting it. I like their attempts at complexity in their dynamics, especially that section right there. I do think it's because of my overall note though is that even here with some of them, they're not quite hitting the same level of intensity with their torso as well as just the formations are nice, but they're not as refined because of the things I'd already stated with their dynamics. That's probably why it didn't feel as crisp as it needed to be for the type of show that it is, you know. But I love that boom doo-doo with that double hit. That was really nice there. And that peel down is really nice. That was fun. Yeah, that's my little note there. We did have a hat drop. Securing your props for me is something that is an interesting, it's not interesting skill set. It's a skill set that I think is very helpful to understand how to properly secure your headpieces. Anytime you use a prop, anytime you have something that is an extension of you, it is always helpful to keep it secured, because that is something you don't want to become an unnecessary distraction whenever you're looking at the overall look and feel, because that can subconsciously take you out of whatever tone they were setting in because of a miscellaneous casualty like a headgear coming loose. Like that too. But notice here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is another example. Probably why it may have felt quote unquote empty is because it wasn't symmetrical on both sides for some of the formations. I would say here, whenever they had the single feature in the middle and everybody else branching to the outside, you did have 2 people on one side and 3 on the other. And that's probably why it felt like we were missing someone. And that's the beauty of working and operating with an odd number, especially when you're dealing with more, not predictable formations, but more formations that are used more regularly in a competitive environment like these. I think a lot of them too are looking for potential, and I think a lot of gut feelings for this. And honestly, I would have to go it as well. I like the mashup. I like their use of G-Dragon. I like G-Dragon as an artist. This was really nice, but you can tell they're from an aerial shot, so they are able to see everybody, but because I'm getting a frontal, I am missing one person directly behind her. Those are just sacrifices you have to make in this realm. That little section right there was a little bit tricky to find the cleanliness of, and especially when you had your one feature in the center, because they were all sharing the same level, and there wasn't a drastic shift in the framing or the levels or the speed changes. It did appear not as clean or as crisp and defined as it could have been. So that would be my note there for that section. That, throw, I would say that a lot of the styles that they're trying to justify, you have to have a certain level of exploring the vocabulary, key elements of that style in order for people to register it as, okay, I see you representing this style, So you have to dedicate more than just a move or a phrase to implement or integrate, hey, this is a style that we are very proficient at and we wanted to give you a taste of it. So I think here, did they say that were they the ones that said that they're proficient in crump and hip hop and vogue and whacking? Because I can see the taste of them, but not enough to actually glean a flavor or like how their competency within the styles actually resonate, and it is a choreography show for the most part, so the choreography does matter in how they replicate it or integrate it. Yeah, even there, it does appear that they're as a group, they are losing a little bit of steam. She said, not me. Should we press it? They're like, I don't know. And they finish. And then we have people hit at the last second, which is good, I think it's good that they're in and we're able to see them in the show, which is good. Because honestly, the worst thing is if you see a group that has potential, or you see a group that whenever you look at everybody, and that's the downside of these, is that after you see everybody, let's say you didn't meet your quota or this, that, and the other, like you're running into that group that I really that I should have pressed in on. Like, you don't want that to be a regret, right? So I think I'm glad that they made it in, because I do see, oh goodness gracious, sorry. I do see potential with this group. So I would hope that they would go with a crew that can refine what they have. And so I think Wavy may actually be a really great choice for them. I think Wavy picked they were ones that select. This was Lachka. Okay, so it was Wavy, Hook, Lachka, and Proudmon. So Proudmon, they may need that type of mentor kind of discipline to help with the cleanliness. I think that would be a really good choice too if you're looking at it from a mother, like a teacher-student. I think Proudmon may be able to bring about the discipline of refinement of cleanliness for them while also maintaining their aesthetic. So I would say they would be a good choice. I would say Wavy would be a good choice too, because of just their overall aesthetic does retain similarly to them. But this is so fun so far. This is great. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that was helpful in some way. If you want to see any Street Fighter content, Street Dance China content, K-pop content, or dance content of the like, I have all of it on Patreon as well as a ton of it here on YouTube. If there's something that you want me to react to specifically, I have options on Patreon that you can go and check out because the holiday season is coming up. It's a really great opportunity. I may have some special discounts and special opportunities depending on what tier you choose to join that could hopefully keep spreading the holiday cheer through the end of 2023. I'm Jess, and I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.